Ended up actually having to clear my throat there. Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura show. Good morning, hello. Hi everybody, I'm back. I do need to fill my coffee and put this broom away, but other than that, I'm here. Sorry I'm late. Hi everybody, welcome back. This is the Last Minute Laura morning show. I'm Laura. Happy New Year. Welcome. If you're new here, I'm Laura. We get together Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. We make things together. We chat about making things together. We talk about plants and animals and pretty things. We're just very crafty in this community, so feel welcome to join us. Subscribe, and then you can be part of the chat. What else? Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tutorials on Tuesday. How did you like my bookbinding tutorial, guys? I just published last week a bookbinding tutorial because I rebound one of my late grandfather's old encyclopedias that has been through my generation, my mom and dad's generation, and my grandpa's generation. Like, how many people have owned the book? So, let me fill my coffee. I have a little tickle in my throat, probably because I interacted with toddlers for the last several days and picked up whatever they have. Good morning, Heather. Good morning, Hannah. Good morning, Candace. Good morning, good morning. I'm glad you're all here. Let me just fill up my coffee, and I'll be right back. It's going to be a good day. This is not my coffee, this is my water, but this is my coffee. By the way, this is the coffee cup I'm using today. Nova Scotia. Gorgeous. Be right back. Babies. Good birds. I don't know what the babysitter did to my birds, but they came back so much friendlier. I don't know if she convinced them that they don't have to be mad at me. I don't know what she said to them, but let me tell you, first of all, I stuck my fingers in the cage when we picked them up, did not get bit. Secondly, picked both of them up this morning and took them out of the cage. Didn't get bit, didn't get squawked at, didn't get gossiped about. I don't know what's up, but it's like the birds, they're being nice to me, and therefore I've been giving them treats and gifts, and I'm here for it. I will take it. I will take a friendly bird, won't I? Do you guys want some seeds? Oh, what are you gossiping about now, huh? Want some sunflower seeds? Oh my goodness. Oh, what in my gossiping eyes do I hear? Here you go. Ow, Gary! What the heck, man? What the heck? I was just telling everybody how nice you've been. I'm offering you snacks. You see? Oh my god. Wow. Oh, that wasn't even Gary. That was Beelzebub. You bit me, you done bird. I was just telling everyone how nice you are. Oh, 1 second. I need my knitting box, too. I was just saying how nice you guys have been. Then you come over here and you disprove me on live television. Apparently, you've never been on live television before. Do you guys want some toys? Will that make you happier? Here. Here's some toys. Look. Yeah. Oh, now we're friends, huh? Here, I'll put them over here for you. Put them in there. Here, look. I'll give you one. Relax, guy. Beelzebub, what is your damage, girl? Jeez Louise, I'm trying to do a live stream here and you're taking my attention away by being so grouchy. Okay, come here, Gary. Here, Gary, you could choose whatever you want. You can do it too, Beelzebub. Just pick something you like. There you go, Gary. You're welcome. Jeez Louise. Been nice all morning. Maybe they can tell you guys are here and now they're being rude. They didn't want you tarnishing their reputation saying they're nice, literally. But that was Beelzebub that bit me. I thought it was Gary, but it was Beelzebub. Ugh, trying to cross my legs. Okay, darn it, Gary, they missed you. They did. Glad I went and subscribed a couple of weeks ago on my husband's account. No waiting to chat. Ha ha ha. Very good. Happy New Year's, everybody. I hope that you had a good New Year's. I did, because I spent time with my sister and Alex's mom, and Alex, obviously. So let me tell you, let me just get on into it. But before we get into it, into the chit chat of it all, I want to show you what I got done on the sweater while I was away. I only did knitting for maybe half an hour on the drive there, and then maybe an hour on the drive home, maybe an hour and a half. Time kind of is weird when you're riding on a bus or a train, so I don't know how much time I actually got working on it, but I want to show you how far I got. Here is where we're at. I added a purple stripe into the sweater just for fun. I did 3 different rows. So I did a row where I did like 2 knit stitches, 2 knit, 2 knit, 2 knit in red, purple, and then the next row I did all purple, and then the next row I did purple, red, just to create, I don't know, a little bit of interest. I don't know what I'm doing with color work. It's hard to hold the tension the same and keep everything going, but I was feeling nervous about running out of yarn. This is all I have left, 1 full ball, and then this tiny ball. So what I decided was, after I'm like close to the edge of this tiny ball, I'm gonna go back into the purple and do the same thing again. The same sort of thing. I don't care if it's the same number of stitches. Oh shoot, we've dropped a stitch. Thank goodness I was looking with you guys. This has happened a few times where I notice a dropped stitch and then the whole work ends up being tight for like several rows because I have to add the stitch back in. I'm definitely going to have to screw around with this thing when I'm blocking it to try and renegotiate all of my tiny dang stitches. Oh, I also taught a toddler how to say what the heck, didn't know that it was off limits wording, and taught a toddler to say what the heck. The toddler knew they're not supposed to say what the heck, and then they thought it was hilarious because I had been saying it, not knowing that it was like one of the, we're trying to have like proper positive language. Anyway, I wasn't thinking, so I was just speaking in my normal vernacular, said what the heck a bunch of times. The toddler picked it up, and then the toddler knew they weren't supposed to say it, so continued to say it. That's how toddlers work. So for the last whole day that I was there, there's a toddler going, what the heck, what the heck? And I'm trying to change it from what the heck to being like, what's happening? What's all that about? What's going on? Like, I just tried to change what the toddler was saying, and it was not effective, I'll say that. However, I had an awesome time. So with Alex's family, first of all, Anna. Hi, Anna. Anna is our shadow fan. She is basically aware of all of you guys, and I did not know this. I knew she watched occasionally. Anna is my sister-in-law, my partner's sister. She's wonderful. She watches the stream, but she watches it later. She's one of you people who watch later. You're not alone. If you watch this later, so does my sister-in-law. So she watches it later, like while she's doing stuff. She like puts the stream on and just uses it to keep up to date with like me, which is I always tell you it makes me so uncomfortable, the idea of anyone who knows me in the real world watching the live stream, because I'm not filtered, so I don't filter based on people. You know, like if I'm introduced to my mom's friend, I'm going to be a different person than this. I'm going to be a more put together version of myself. So I feel not embarrassed. It's kind of embarrassed, but I don't have that feeling very much anymore, so it's adjacent to embarrassment. Anyway, I felt that, and then I thought, I don't care. I tell her all the things anyway. Alex's sister is up to date with things because we tell her everything, because why not? Anyway, she watches the stream. We were talking about the fact that she watches the stream. She's up to date on all the lore, all the drama. She's in. She's full. What are we called? Do we have a name for whatever this live stream is? She's fully part of the last minute crew. Anyway, she got me beautiful gifts for Christmas this year. I have to show them to you. Look at this thing. What's that, Laura? What's that giant cloud thing? It is a wrist rester. You put it on your desk. When you're typing, it's what your wrists sit on. And since I am, like, physically, just, my joints are they're not where they should be. So, ta-da! Speaking of, I injured my knee while I was there. I popped my kneecap off of my knee by walking on my hands and knees. Literally crawling around after babies and toddlers for like 3 days. And on one of the days, I couldn't put weight on my knee when I was crawling on my hands and knees after the babies. And I was like, oh, I must have hurt my knee. And then I stood up and it wasn't in the right spot. And the top of my knee was all swollen and I just hadn't noticed. And I had to like do a weird maneuver to my leg to get my leg looking back how it's supposed to look. I don't understand exactly what happened. I think my kneecap like shifted off of my knee. It hurt a lot, but it didn't hurt to walk. It only hurt when I was on my hands and knees, like crawling, and it hurt so much I couldn't put any weight onto it in that position. And yet when I was walking, I wasn't noticing the pain. Anyway, now I'm noticing the pain when I walk because now the joint is back where it should be. Literally, your joints should not disconnect from crawling. That is like, it makes me crazy. And same thing, I was wearing boots there because it's, first of all, okay. Have any of you ever been to Ottawa? Ottawa, Ontario, Canada? It's minus 27 degrees Celsius there. Now, it's like -3 here where I live. The high yesterday was 0 degrees, which is just cold enough for ice to happen. It's beautiful here. Like, oh my God, I think winter is cold. I forgot. I lived there for like a decade and I forgot. Glitching? Of course we are. Of course we're glitching. I just want to tell you my stories, why we gotta be glitching. Jeez Louise. Please stop glitching. I'm trying to tell my stories. I find that disrespectful. Thank you, Candace, for the notice. Welcome to adulthood. Honestly, like, I'm in my mid-30s and my knees just come off. I feel like that's a design flaw. Here's why I am an agnostic atheist. I feel like you should still be a full, complete human package at 35. I get it. Joints degenerate. Not yet. You know? Not yet. Give me a minute to have like a good adult healthy body. That would be super. Also, both of my hips while I was there, because I was wearing boots, which are heavy. And whenever I have something heavy on my feet, rubber boots, winter boots, the weight of that plus, like if I'm walking through snow, for example, my hip comes out of its socket and then it feels, in my body, it feels like my muscles are tired. And then I do a deep squat and both bones go back inside. And it turns out my muscles weren't tired. My hips were just they were just wandering around. I don't know. No wonder the muscles are tired. They're supporting my bones. It's so stupid. I just wish there was like a pill I could take where everything just stayed in its place. It's like I find my body to be disrespectful this week. I don't appreciate it. With all the joint talk, I have to ask, do you have EDS? No, I don't have EDS. I don't have POTS. I don't have... What are the other ones that are hip and trendy right now? EDS, POTS. There's another one. Anyway, I recently had a doctor's appointment where I brought up my ankles. It's not lupus. Here's what's up. My doctor is now putting together dots that I had put together a long time ago, but now my doctor is concerned and interested in finding out why this is all going on. See, I had a sprained ankle this fall, and I went to the doctor again, and she said, "Is that the same ankle that you sprained before?" And I said, yes, but also no. I sprain my ankles like fairly regularly. The only reason I made a doctor's appointment is because this one is taking a long time to heal and the pain is in a new location. So usually it's on the inner side of my ankle. This time it's at the back of my heel, and it makes it difficult to walk if I walk for a while, sit down, and then stand up again, then walking is difficult and painful. And then she said, "Is that on the same leg that you have your hip come out on?" And I said, it comes out on both, but it's usually my right leg. My right leg is usually my problem. My right side is usually my problem side, like my right wrist, my right knee, my right hip, my right ankle. My left side, it's like if I get injured at all on that side, then those joints act up. But the right side is most of the time, some of the joints on my right side are doing something. So anyway, she said, "That's weird." And then also I had that face rash this fall that I didn't know what it was from, and I had to go on antibiotics for almost a month to get rid of it, but she still didn't know what it was from. She was just like, "The antibiotics are working, so it's good." Anyway, so now she's got more autoimmune related tests lined up for me. So I have, he's putting together a desk. I have over the next couple of months a couple of blood tests, a couple of urine tests. I think she wants an ultrasound on the ankle that's not healing. An ultrasound or an x-ray? Maybe it's an x-ray. Maybe she's checking for, just in case there's a hairline fracture that's causing the pain. But she said it's my tendons are questionable. So I don't know. She didn't give exact possible diagnosis. I'm sure the reason is because she doesn't want me to deep dive into what I could have. But she said she's concerned there's an autoimmune aspect to what's going on in my body, and she wants to investigate via a multitude of tests. She has noticed in the past that I have more flexibility than I should have for my, like, whenever we did the flexibility test, the what is it called? It's not called the flexibility test. Overextension? The I don't remember what the test was called. She had a word. Anyway, to see how far I can bend stuff. I can bend stuff farther than I should be able to, but she doesn't know if it's because something's wrong with the joint or if it's something wrong with my brain with pain, or if I'm really flexible because I work out. And I said to her, like, well, that part's not it. So anyway, we're dealing with it, so hopefully. But the next test is something thyroid. The next one lined up, thyroid, and then another blood test. So the thyroid one is a blood test, but it's like a special panel related to the thyroid. So whatever that means. To be fair, take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt, because it is what my brain translated from what a doctor said. It's not what the doctor said. Whatever the doctor said, this is what I received from what they said. So blood test, specific blood test, general blood test, probably with general blood test, urine test, x-ray. I don't remember. I'm going to get called and the appointments are going to get booked. But I'm happy now. I talked to my sister about this a year ago, and she said to me, "You have an autoimmune disorder." And I said, "Maybe." And she said, "You need a new doctor." This is a year ago. My older sister, obviously. "You need a new doctor. This doctor is not paying attention and not connecting dots, because I have, hold on. I have polycystic ovarian syndrome. Jesus, which I've had since I was 16. This sounds like a medical documentary right now. This is not normally what we're talking about. So if this is very boring, just let me finish my thought and then we can transition. I have polycystic ovarian syndrome since I was 16. It's never been a problem, except for I have painful periods, but like that's neither here nor there because it's just the way I've always experienced them. So for me, they are whatever pain they are. They're not more painful or less painful than ever because they've always been that way. So that's not a problem for me. It was just a problem when I was a teenager because I wouldn't get my period, and then doctors were like, you won't be able to have kids. Joke's on them. I don't want them now. Anyway, polycystic ovarian syndrome, anxiety and depression and ADHD, joint and it's pretty much just joint and tendon. There's no bone issues in me as far as we know. Joint and tendon issues. I've had an MRI because I thought that the weakness on my right side was a possible MS situation. I'm not a hypochondriac. This sounds like I am. I'm just giving you all the information I have in my brain all at once. I'm not constantly thinking about these things. It's just when I'm giving all the information all at once, it sounds like I am, but I promise this is not like, I'm not a hypochondriac and I'm not seeking diagnoses for no reason. I already don't remember what I was saying. Joints, bones. My bones are fine. Oh, right. I thought that I might have MS. MS is in my family. I know MS is a random thing, but it's in a lot of people on one side of my family. Like more than 10 people on one side of my family have MS. Just like diabetes on one side of my family, like every other person has diabetes. So it's in my family. Even though it's not like in families or whatever, it is. So anyway, I was concerned about that because the women in my family who have MS were diagnosed in their early 20s, and that's when I was feeling like the weakness of my right side. It turns out the weakness of my right side is because my joints are sometimes not in place. So the muscles are tired because they're working hard to hold something in place when normally the joint is supposed to do that. So but I misinterpreted that as weakness because I was having weakness on my whole right side because all of the joints were screwed up at the time. Anyway, they did an MRI. My brain is perfectly normal. No signs of MS in my brain. But they said even though it looks great right now, it's good that I had the MRI because it rules that out. And later, if something happens to me and they do an MRI, they'll have something to compare it to. So it's fine. Plus, I live in Canada, so I didn't have to pay for it. I mean, we pay taxes, but I didn't have to pay money to find out nothing was wrong with me. That would be, if you got an MRI in the US and they were like, that's $20,000, and then the doctor was like, nothing's wrong, that would kill me. I would never go to the doctor again. Anyway, so all that to say, my doctor is now investigating autoimmune issues. My sister has been saying for a long time that autoimmune issues are what we need to be looking at. I am more of a go to the doctor for the one issue at a time, and my doctor is also like that, so we don't really like seek out connecting the dots, I feel like. Anyway, I'm happy, healthy, and thriving at 34. It's 2026 and I was born in 1992. 33. Anyway, all is well, everything's good. I probably need to look at inflammation reducing diet changes. And that's about it. And so cute today. Thanks to Julia. You're so nice. Hi. Did you hear my whole medical drama? Our older sister has been saying it's an autoimmune thing for a long time, and now so is my doctor. It's like they understand. Anyway, Julia is my other sister. She's the one who lives here. I was up visiting the other one who lives in the north, the literal north. We didn't go outside. The whole time I was there, I was inside the house because it was minus 27 degrees Celsius. I was going to say centigrade, so I stuttered over the beginning of the word. I'm just saying that because I know if Julia was here with me, she would have made fun of me for that. Celsius. It was minus 27 degrees Celsius while I was there, which is too dang cold for anyone to survive. Oh, I wanted to tell you. Sorry, I did take my meds today, but I haven't talked to you in like a week, so my ADHD is probably feeling like way up the wall. I also didn't tell you. We took Toby to Ottawa. Alex drove him home when Alex came home. I ended up taking a bus home because I stayed for a few extra days. But Toby was with us in Ottawa. He's from Ottawa. That's where his mother lives. His birth mother. It's not his birth mother because he's a dog, but you know what I mean. His first mom lives in Ottawa, which means he lived in Ottawa for the first 7 years of his life. And let me tell you, this dog definitely was not going outside. He must have been entirely pee pad trained during the winter, because I put him on the ground. He would walk a couple steps, lift his leg to pee, and then one of his other legs would get cold, so he would lift that other leg and then fall onto his side with his legs tucked in. On his side like a potato. Like, I can't put my feet on the ground. It's too... So he just lied on his side. I had to pick him up from a lie down. He just, like, refused to interact with the cold. He lifted his one leg, and then he would lift another and just fall over and just stay with his feet in. Then as soon as I put him down inside, he would go over to his pee pad and he would go pee. He like fully said, no, I'm not doing that. Amazing. My 17-year-old daughter wanted to play with pink makeup. I showed her your picture from Discord. So cute. We did that on Christmas. We were going to see Avatar and I was like, I want to look cute for no reason. So I did. As a hypermobile PCOS girly with ADHD and CPSD, I feel so validated by your medical musings. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, so we're also connected in that way. We have, hypermobile, that's the word. The hypermobility test? It's the one where they like ask you to touch stuff. Like they go, can you touch your thumb to your arm? And I say, yes. And then she goes, good. How far can you put your finger back? And I go, like this. And she said, good. Can you put all of them back that far? And I go, yes. And she said, can you touch your pinky to your thing? Yes. Can you touch all your fingers? Yes. What was the other one? There was another one that was weird. That was like touch your something to... Oh yeah, this one. This thing apparently is part of... This is part of the test. Can you do this? That's part of the test. Doesn't that look freaky? It looks like two toes when you have... Hands aren't supposed to be this way. So there's that one, and then there's this one. Can you do that? Like, can you engage your joints, these ones? And my older brother can do this too. He used to freak our sisters out when we would do this. Because you can, like, do you hear it? I don't know if you can hear it, but I hear it in my body. Like, I can feel it in my ears. Words are good. That one, and then there's another one that's like, I don't have this one. This joint doesn't do, like, more than it should. Like, a lot of hypermobile people, there's a bend here that I don't have. Like, mine doesn't overextend. But my knees do. I'm knock-kneed. Okay, let's knit, okay? I'm done talking about the way that my body does not show up for me day to day. Oh my god, the pinky bend. I can't do as many as you, but I need to emphasize that all 10 of my digits have been broken at some point. Yeah, if you break your digits, that won't work because your bones are involved. But I haven't broken any of my fingers. I've only broken, I know once. I think twice I've broken the same pinky toe. But it's 100% each time because I'm just a little bit not organized with the way that my body moves around. It's just a mess. I'm the one that's bumping into everything, you know what I'm saying? Anywho, I have a date today, and then I have a working date today. So date number 1, I'm going to hang out with my friend, who I haven't seen in a while, for coffee. And date number 2, I'm going to go over to Julia's house and help her build a bed. I think I'm going to help her build a bed. I might just be there holding her baby while she builds a bed. But, you know, whatever happens, happens. We do what we can. Ugh, Ottawa was so dang cold. I just feel like that's the most important piece of information you need to come away from this live stream with, is that Ottawa is too cold for human beings to survive long term. That's, like, a fact. I don't know how people lived there when Canada started. And by started, I mean when white people named it Canada. I know what I'm saying. But when white people got here, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand how they lived. It's even if you have shelter, minus 27's not enough. Anyway, a friend of mine who has EDS and has been trying to get me to get tested, and you've validated almost everything she's been harping on me about. Well, if you've got it, go get tested for it if you have access to healthcare. I don't know. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. It's literally one of my favorite things to say. I am not a doctor. See, look, we have our own sticker for it and everything. I'm not a doctor. We also have this sticker, which is so cute because it's my birdies. We have Thunder's Angel sticker. We have Peekaboo's Grumpy sticker. We have Toby's Sunshine sticker. And we have Rohan's sticker. Oh, and of course we have Alex. Beautiful. I don't currently have insurance. That's definitely a roadblock at the moment. Yeah, that's a serious bummer. I know it's more serious than a serious bummer, but as a Canadian, to me it just feels like illegal to refuse anyone anything because they don't have insurance. I don't like that. I don't like that system. That system doesn't work for me. I mean, it doesn't even work for anyone, but... Hi. When did you get here? I did see you, didn't I? Hi. Welcome. Nice to see you, miss. Did you miss me? Yeah, I missed you. She slept with me last night. Nope, serious bummer sounds about right to me. Hi, baby girl. My sweet girl. I think she's our youngest kid, Peekaboo. Is she the youngest or are the birds younger? I know Toby is now our elder. He's our senior dog. Hey, baby girl. Do you see the plant pot behind me? My sister gave it to me for Christmas, and she said, I thought it looked like Peekaboo. It's fat and gray. Look at, she's skinny now. Look at my skinny girl. You're so skinny. You're starving. Look, there's barely even a belly on her now. She's barely even obese. You're barely obese. I'm so proud of you. She is the biggest food beggar in the whole world now, though. Ever since we got the automatic feeder, she just sits by it and meows. So I said to Alex, I think we need to just use the automatic feeder when we go on trips. Because look, do you think she looks skinnier? She totally does. She might. I can't feel any ribs. It's like she doesn't even have them. They're just warm. They're warm and they're inside this tummy somewhere. One day I will get that pat. Wow. One day I will get that cat to let me pet her. Maybe. Look at her. Is she not a queen? Look at my queen. Look at how she's just so amazing. I missed you. Oh God, she's so cute. But she's also ready to attack me right now, and she's ready to bite me if I do anything wrong. She's so sassy. Look at this. Oh, hi. I am in the process of knitting right now. I'm busy. Do you understand? I'm busy. You sweet. I thought she was in the process of preparing to bite me. She's not. She's fully malleable right now. I can scooch her around and she won't bite. She loves me. Can you hear her purring? This is my happy girl. I am trying to knit a sweater right now though, so I would love if you could maybe leave. She says no. I'll stay here. This is my spot now. Thank you. Are you gonna make muffins on my sweater? Oh, nice. Yeah, get your claws out of my unfinished brand new sweater. There you go, baby. Here, let me take your paws so that you don't put your claws in my sweater. Hi. Mwah. Okay, I'm gonna need you to move now though, okay? Thank you. Oh God, I missed her. Sorry, I haven't really given her enough attention. So as you can see, based on this attitude she has. Hi. I missed you too, baby. I did. I missed you. Hard to believe it's been 5 years since my Banjo passed. She reminds me of her. It is hard to believe because I remember Banjo. Also, the name Banjo, amazing. Banjo. Oh, shoot. I thought of my next dog's name. Or my next cat. Probably my next cat. Sorry, there's cat hair all over me now. Just give me a sec. Get all the cat hair off. Peekaboo, you're a beautiful, sweet kitty. I figured out the next animal name is the point. I was having a shower. What is that? You just drooled on my new sweater. I was having a shower, and it came to me. Bartleby. It will be Bartleby. I think Bartleby will be a cat, though, rather than a dog, because Bartleby the Scrivener, I've just been thinking about that story a lot lately, and how Bartleby the Scrivener would be asked to do work. He worked at a printing shop. It's an English lit story that you have to read. It's like a short story by a famous author. Feel free to read it. And Bartleby was hired to do a job, and every time he was asked to work, he would say, "I'd prefer not to." And no one knew what to do with that because he wasn't refusing work. He wasn't saying no. It was like I don't really know. The moral of the story in my head was that your words matter. Anyway, Bartleby would say every time, "Bartleby, I need you to copy out this." He would go, "I'd prefer not to." And then he never had to do work. I don't remember the end of the story. I just know that part. And it's called Bartleby the Scrivener. He's supposed to be doing scrivening, which I think is just copying by hand. But anyway, Bartleby. So it'll be for a cat because cats prefer not to. The whole thing is Bartleby's sentence in the story that he repeats over and over is, "I'd prefer not to." So it'll be for an animal that would prefer not to, that will always refuse requests. So I feel like a cat would make sense for that. So if we get a senior male cat with long hair, like a senior Maine Coon, like Julia, if we had got that Maine Coon at the Humane Society when we saw him, Bartleby would have been his name. Barty. Yeah, Barty, Bart, B. I love. Isn't it cute? Bartleby. Also, Bartleby, it sounds like turtles and Myrtle Beach. Bartleby. Anyway, have you heard that song that goes, "No more crying, now I'm shining like I'm Bartleby"? She says "born to be," but she says it as one word, "Barnaby," and she says "Barnaby," so it sounds like Bartleby. So whenever that song comes on, Alex and I go, "No more crying, now I'm shining like I'm Bartleby." And so since that song came out, I've been thinking about Bartleby a lot. Anyway, in the shower, one of my shower thoughts was Bartleby will be the name of one of our cats someday. Over our lifetime, Bartleby will be an animal that does not want to be doing anything that I request. So, honestly, a bird Gary should be Bartleby. He just is not, I'd prefer not to. Do you want to step up? I'd prefer not to. He would be a perfect Bartleby, but he's already Gary. Scary Gary works also. Anyway, thank you for listening to my TED Talk. I'm almost at the end of this round, and at the end of this round, I think I want to switch back into the purple, but you guys will let me know if it's a good idea or not. But I did color work, you guys. I did carry along the work, color work. Do you understand? Look, like how people do it in like Norway, I did that. I did like Norwegia. I did knitting like in Norwegia, which I recently learned the reason that you do carry along color work is you end up with double the yarn, so you end up with a warmer sweater because the stuff that you carry along with it hides the holes, like the holes that are naturally present in knitting, like when you stretch it apart you can see through it. When you carry along yarn like this, those little straight bits of yarn are covering the back of the stitch. So you end up with like double the yarn. So you end up with a warmer sweater. And I love that. I just hate how it looks on the inside. I hate how this looks. To me, this is ugly. But the front is really pretty. Or the outside is pretty. Ugh. Loose. Oh, God, my nose is full of cat hair. I know it. I can feel it. With peace and love, Peekaboo. You do shed so much. Anywho, fleece sweater. Thank you. It's lovely. Thanks, Lefty. Oh, Hannah. I'm a lefty also. And guess who else is a lefty? I think a bunch of my nieces and nephews are left-handed, and none of their parents are. So guess who's going to have to be such a good influence on them? Their Auntie Laura. I will teach them everything they need to know about being left-handed, aka how to avoid the most dangerous tasks. Did you know all of the power tools they are all right-handed power tools, and that's why left-handed people get hurt more? It's because they're holding a right-handed power tool basically in the reverse and trying not to get injured. So when they say left-handed people die earlier, it's because they die in freak accidents with machinery. Because on account of the fact that they're not holding the machinery correctly. Sorry, I have to check if I'm on a decrease row. I am on a decrease row. Oh, I wish Sid was here. Sid, are you here? I wish Sid was here. I did a decrease. I'm doing raglan style decreasing, and I looked up on the internet all different decrease styles, because usually I just do knit 2 together as my decrease. This time I've been doing slip 1, knit, yarn over as my decrease, and at the shoulder I've been doing slip 1, knit, yarn over, knit 1, slip 1, knit, yarn over. So there's 2 decreases at every joint. So I'm getting 8 decreases per circle. Is that going to be good? We're going to find out together, because I genuinely am unwilling to seek out a pattern to help me. I have tried to just look for how many decreases and increases I need, and I've found it difficult to find the answer. It took longer than I was willing to look. Like, I got through so much scrolling and then got to a point where I was like, they're not telling me how many decreases or increases per round. This is what I'm going to do. Because I remember when we did a raglan style, like from the collar and then increased, we didn't increase 1,000 times. We just did a bunch of increases at the corners. So I'm doing the reverse of that. Hopefully. So for the next flea part of this now flea sweater, lol, I think I said that once in the comments. You're showing the world that left-handed people can master anything. Sad but true. Oh, did you say that in the comments? I feel like I also learned that on like Mythbusters, how it's made, you know, that sort of stuff. They always have those little tidbits of information. All right, we're back to the beginning of the round. I put a stitch marker at the beginning of the round so I know where I can do, because I'm doing every other round has decreases. So I'm doing a decrease round right now, and then the next round will just be like knit around, knit across. God, Peekaboo is so sweet. You're so fat. You're not actually, she's not that fat. I think she's probably like overweight. That's all. Because she used to be, it's like overweight, obese, morbidly obese, and then you get like diabetes, like cat diabetes. And she was at morbidly obese, where the vet said, she's gonna get diabetes. Stop it. So I think now she's just overweight. I don't even think she's obese anymore. Not that it's a bad thing. She was a happy fat cat. Now she's a sad, still fat cat. Hopping in, I'm so tired and my head hurts. I'm sorry. Click the like button. Likes, one like equals one Tylenol. Remember when that used to be what people would say? One like equals one and whatever. Here's my baby. Come here. There she is. Hi. Hi. There she is. There's my fat girl. I do need to knit though, so thank you for being here today. Hey guys, click the thumbs up button. It helps the channel grow and you're already here hanging out. And look at this fat cat that you get to enjoy for free. For free, you get to enjoy this. Look at the... Stop it. Look at her. She's beautiful. Oh god, she's the fattest, beautifulest cat. She's not even the fattest. She used to be so fat, you guys. And she was so cute, and when you held her, it was so heavy, and you couldn't hold her for a long time. Like, you couldn't hold her in one arm. Now you can hold her in one arm. Like, I can carry Toby in one arm and her in the other arm to get them downstairs for bedtime. Alright, I'm at my last decrease. What do you think of my name idea, Alex?
For what?
Oh, I thought you couldn't hear me, so I was gonna go nice. For our next cat someday. If it's a cat that doesn't want to do anything.
Bartleby?
Yeah.
Sure. Like it.
Thanks. Seriously, Gary would have been an awesome Bartleby. I'm a little busy right now, Miss Pikachu. If you could just back off. Ryobi is giving Major Thunder vibes right now with the way he's lying down. Oh, my baby. There's my littlest guy. Toblerone. Oh my god, look at his crossed legs. They're crossed like he's like a fancy guy. Look at that. Also, his legs are freakishly long. You sweet boy. Yeah, you my baby. You my baby. You should have seen how much he missed me. Kind of important for me how much he missed me. It's like I had come back from the dead. Peekaboo gave me no attention yesterday. Toby, though, he gave me all of the attention. He literally was like weeping. He was so excited to see me. Kind of a big deal. Don't know if you knew about it. Okay, I'm going to go around one more round here with no increases, and then we're going to switch back to purple. Oh, miss. Can you not tell that I'm actively busy based on the fact that my hands are actively doing something? They're holding tools and actively doing something, and the cat goes, I think we both know who's more important here. Julia calls Toby Ryobi because Toby rhymes with Ryobi, and Ryobi is a brand of tool, and that's the reason. The reason for the season. Honey, does this seem like the best use of your free will? Is that the best use of your free will right now? It's very nice. You're very nice. I am trying to knit, guys, I promise. I am. I'm trying to knit. I'm trying. Oh, I want to tell you guys about New Year's Eve. Alex's sister, who just recently moved, has a gorgeous place. It was the first time we got to see it. And in her brand new house, she made a turkey, mashed potatoes, carrots, salmon on bread with butter, which is like a New Year's Eve staple. Alex's mom brought shuba, which is like, the English is called like herring in a fur coat. Describing it just does not do it justice. It tastes so good, and then when you list the ingredients, like no child would choose to eat it when they hear the ingredients. No North American child would. She heard you talking shit about not missing you, and now she's like, bitch, here I am. Yeah, Peekaboo did miss me. Just, she missed me later. It took her longer to notice that I was back. But now she knows, and now she missed me. You got a little itch on your head there? Can I help you out? Help you out with that itch. There. Did I get it? Good. Anywho, Alex's sister made all this food. Shuba is essentially potato salad, so like eggs, potatoes, whatever goes in potato salad, plus pickled herring, plus pickles, plus mayonnaise, plus shredded carrots, plus shredded boiled beets. And when you hear all of that, you, as a person from North America who does not have an Eastern European background, if that's you, then when you hear that, you might go, I don't know about that. Oh my God, it is truly, it's like the ambrosia. It's like the salad of gods. It's like the food of the gods. It's manna. It's all the things that the world, it's like the best taste. It's so good. It's like got umami. It's like, and I could eat it every day. It's so tasty. So his mom made that, which was awesome. But she made a turkey. A freaking turkey. I know it's New Year's, but for us it's like Christmas. And for us, I mean, Alex's family is Eastern European, Russian Orthodox. Whatever their church community, like Alex is obviously, he doesn't go to church or anything, but like I'm Catholic, he's Russian Orthodox, like that. He's Russian Orthodox as I am Catholic. We were both baptized, you know what I mean? We were both communionized. We were both confirmed. And then we both went to university and just sort of grew up and left that part behind. Neither here nor there. The point is, at Christmas, for my family, it's around Christmas, 24, 25, 26. That's the sort of range we do our Christmas. Alex's family, it's the 31st and the 1st. Every year, those 2 days, no questions. Those days are booked. There is no going on a vacation for that time of year. There is no choosing to do another thing for New Year. Like, that is family time. And that's great for me because I don't drink and I don't party. Not because I'm better than everybody else, just because I'm actually like less cool than everybody else. Not that drinking makes you cool. I just don't have a friend group or a lifestyle that supports going out partying. I'm also in my mid-30s, so I'm kind of done with that part of my life. So the idea of having it be a family night is like perfect for me because I don't have to go like, oh, I'm not going out because I'm lame. Instead, I get to be like, oh, I'm not going out because I have plans. Sorry, guys. I'm really busy with my family. So Alex and his mom watched this movie that they watch every single year. I think it's called like It's a Wonderful Life or It's a Beautiful Life. It's a Russian movie and it's like a cult classic. It's like from the 70s and it's all done with a fuzzy bokeh effect, so it looks romantic and beautiful. And it's like a silly meet cute story, and it's like a tradition to watch it every single year. So they do. And while they were watching it, Anna and I were just sitting on the floor with our dogs, like chatting and being BFFs. Also, before I got there, Alex had Toby. So Toby's the 4.5-pound Chihuahua down here. Peekaboo is the 200-pound cat over here, and then the two birds back there are Beelzebub and Gary. Anyway, Alex had Toby with him because I was at my sister's house and she's got kids, so I wasn't bringing Toby for that. So left Toby with Alex, and Alex went over to his sister's house. She has a standard poodle named Austin. Honestly, he's like freakish and cute at the same time. You know, like how a pug, you look at it and you're like, parts of that are freakish. Parts of it are the cutest thing I've ever seen. That's what I feel about her dog, because there's like an uncanny valley about him. Because he has visible skin and eyeballs that look like human eyeballs, if you catch him at the wrong angle, it looks like a person in a dog costume. He has like pink, like the skin he has is not like gray or black or whatever other colors I've seen poodles have. He has like pink, like soft peachy pink skin, and all his nose is this soft peachy pink color, and the hair around his eyes, first of all, she keeps his eyes spotless. Like if you've ever had a long-haired poodle or any poodle, if you've ever had a poodle, they get tear stains on their eyes that are like black if you don't clean them, and their entire eye, like, for example, hold on, I'm trying to work through. Someone that we know that is an absolute trash goblin who deserves the worst things in life also has a dog, and their dog has black, the dog's entire eyes are black like a panda, because this person does not keep their dog well maintained, does not brush their dog's hair, so their dog is matted, does not wash their dog's face, so their dog is like fully stained. Anna, on the other hand, has a dog the same from the same litter. They should look exactly the same. Her dog's eyes have zero tear staining around them, to the point that it just doesn't even make sense. His face looks like a person. At the same time, he's the cutest, fluffiest poodle. He doesn't bark. He just comes up all excited. He jumps because he's a puppy and because there's no babies in our life, so he doesn't have to be like the best behaved. He doesn't do anything like bad. He just jumps. That's fine. He punches, which is a poodle thing also. We used to have a dog that punched every time. Like, they use their paws, like, to get your attention, except for they're a big dog, so it's, like, startling. Anyway, the day before I got there, Alex and Anna, that's his sister, were trying to introduce the dogs, the poodle and the chihuahua, and the chihuahua was freaking out and the poodle was freaking out. Everybody was barking and screaming. The only way for them to get along was if the poodle and the chihuahua could not see each other. So the poodle is getting put in the crate and the chihuahua is being given free rein of the house. The crate is the size of, it's the biggest crate available, but it's a full-size dog, so for him it's just a crate. Like, he can walk around it, he can lie down. I arrive, and I'm going, hello? We need to let these dogs fight it out. Like, they're gonna be fine. Toby can defend himself. This dog doesn't bite or bark. He's not gonna hurt Toby. And Toby doesn't have teeth, and he's 4.5 pounds. Like, they're not gonna hurt each other. So I said, let's let them fight it out. I put Toby on his side so that his belly was exposed because he was clearly being alpha about it. He was being a total jerk. I let the other dog sniff him. The other dog ran around a bit. Every time Toby started growling at him, I said, no. And after 10 minutes, it was over. It was over. They lied down and behaved all night. Like, there was literally... So then they were like, what did you do? Alex was like, what did you do? Why are they behaving so well? And I was like, I literally did what I told you to do yesterday. Anyway, they got along fine because dogs are smart and feed off of the energy of the people. And if you're holding them back, what do you think's going to happen? They're going to go, hold me back, I'm coming for the fight. But if you don't hold them back, you know what? Toby can't do much if he's actually put to the test, you know? But since he was being held back, he was going, I'll kill him. As soon as you put Toby on the floor and let it happen, Toby's like, oh, wait, he's much, much bigger than me. I understand now what you were saying before. So anyway, they got along great after they were able to interact with each other. And Anna and I got to sit and chat for like hours because we were in the kitchen while Alex's mom and Alex were watching the movie in the living room. Anyway, her house is amazing. She had a Christmas tree. Like, I've never had a Christmas tree in my own home. In my family childhood growing up home, we always had Christmas trees, but like me personally, I've never had a Christmas tree. And it's because I've always had pets that do not make it reasonable, or I had a small apartment that I didn't think you could have a Christmas tree in. And Alex's sister had a full New Year's decoration all set up. She's literally like, she Martha Stewarted so hard. She looked cute. She had her nails done, I think. I'm pretty sure she had her nails done. Like, she was all put together. Anyway, Anna, you looked great. And you were very grown-up vibes. It's weird because when I met Alex and we started dating, I think Anna was 14. Like, she was just a kid. I mean, I was just a kid. I mean, everybody but Alex was just a kid. He was very much a grown-up. But all the rest of us were just kids. He was not a grown-up. He was 22. No, he wasn't. He was 24. But I was 18, and Anna was... I think she was 14. Maybe she was 15. We were kids, is the point. And now she's like a full-grown adult with like a big grown-up adult job doing like adult things. And I'm like, what happened to all of us? We were just kids. And now we're not. Alas, such is the way, is it not? Anyway, I'm exhausted today because I have been on baby duty for the last week. I mean, I love it. You know I love it. Loving on babies is like one of my favorite things, is just being a babysitter to the babies that I love with their moms present, because I love their moms too. But being a babysitter with the mom there is like my favorite thing to do right now. It's like one of my hobbies. So that's what I was doing all week, except I'm exhausted, and today I have a full day. I have a full day ahead of me. Today, live stream first, then I have a coffee date with my friend, which is a fun thing, but it's still like, exerting my brain. And then after that, I'm going to go to Julia's and help her. So it's just going to be a full day. Tonight I'm going to sleep really good. Really well. So I am also probably bringing home some disease, because anytime you hang out with babies and toddlers, you bring something back with you. There's just no way to just never get sick, and that is what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting for what the sickness I get is. But gosh, do I love babies. I said to my sister as I was leaving, I said, I will accept any illness that has been bestowed upon me, as though it was a gift. It's all they can gift me right now, and I accept it. So thank you for your RSV, your influenza A. Just no measles, please. I don't want any of that. I doubt they would get that because they are not anti-vaxxers. What in the measles? I have a tickle in my throat, though. I do feel a tickle in my throat, so we'll see what happens. How was everyone else's New Year? 98.3. We've hit 98,300 subscribers. We are 1,700. Did you see how long that took? Did you see the pause? That was me doing math in my head. We are 1,300 people away from hitting that silver play button, 100,000 subscribers. Is that not the craziest thing in the world? Who else thought that that was never going to happen? Me. I thought it was never going to happen. And here we are. I mean, it still technically isn't happening, but like it feels like it could happen soon. 1,700 more people? 3 months, maybe? Hi. Is there something I could do for you? It was quiet right here. Hubby went to bed early. I celebrated alone. Well, I went to sleep way too late for the first time in a long time. Usually we go to bed at 12:30. On New Year's Eve, we went to bed at 2:30 after eating dinner. Hi. 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 Hi, AJ. Nice to see you. Long time no see. I'm busy, peekaboo. What can I do for you, honey? What do you need? Just need some lovin's? The better? Did that help? You happy now? Hi. Isn't it weird how she acts like a scaredy cat, though, when people come over? Like, she is unseen. She won't let Julia even come near her. The minute Julia comes in, she bolts. But this doesn't look like a cat that's like that, does it? To me, it doesn't. It looks like a very friendly cat that you'd think would just come up to you and, like, rub up against your leg. Nope. She disappears the moment the front door opens. She's literally gone, and you will not be able to find her until she's ready to be found. But then when we're home, look at her. She acts like she's, like, this friendly kitty. I mean, she is, but, like, only to us. Literally only to us. I'm knitting, girl. I'm knitting. You can't come here. You can sit in my lap if you want. Come here. You can sit in my lap. Ugh. Look right here. In my lap. You could sit like this. And like this. Here, let me help. There. There we go. Good. Perfect. Now I can knit at the same time. And you could sit with me. And you could rub up against me. And all is well. Okay. Let's relax, girl. Hi. It's nice to see you too. No, stay here. I gotcha. I just want you to sit down so that I can knit, you know? It's not that hard to do. You could sit and I can knit. I would really like to try and get this sweater finished. I know you don't understand me, but you can tell that I'm busy. I know you can tell that I'm actively doing something. fine. You're very cute when you're being sweet. You really are. It's nice. That's what happens if I ignore her. She's the cutest. I know, right? Stop. Look at this. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to live my life when this is what I've got? She's just too freaking cute. Her eyes are closed. She's using my arm as a pillow. God, I love her. I do wish that she could shed just a little less. I don't need it to be a lot, just a bit less. It's just a bit excessive, the amount of shed we get here. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. You're just gonna make muffins in the air? Yeah? She's making biscuits. But she doesn't have anything under her paws, so she's just gonna make them in the air. If you guys want some air biscuits, just let Peekaboo know and she'll get to work on those, huh? Won't ya? Pika. You're just making some air biscuits? Aww. I love air biscuits. Yeah, me too. I love air biscuits. Yeah, you just make those air biscuits and I'll put them in the oven when you're ready. Alex is making a desk this morning, which is very exciting. Finally, he's making a desk. He has this standing desk that we've had in a box for like 6 months. He's finally putting it together, which is great. Because he likes to stand at his desk, and what he's been doing is just stacking his laptop on top of things until it's tall enough to be a standing desk, even though the standing desk has been in his possession. But now, he's going to have this fancy new standing desk, and he's going to be all organized, and it will cure everything. Just like whenever I get a new journal, I say, this is going to cure it. This will cure me. I will be cured because of this new journal. Has it ever? No, but it might. It might in the future. I have Peekaboo hair floating in the air all around me, and I can smell it, or not smell it. I can feel it on my nose. Oh, I also just ran over my toe with my chair. Okay, so next step here, we're gonna switch into the purple, because I'm just about at the beginning of my round, so I want to switch back into my purple yarn, and I want to do another one of those color carrying things. There we go. So how'd everybody else's New Year's go? Candace, you had a boring New Year's? Anybody else have a boring New Year's? Anybody else have a spectacular New Year's? Did anybody go to NYC and wait in line wearing a diaper? Because that's something weird that people do. So, you're already out. And Toby's sleeping. Okay. What the heck? Is that my first one? Yeah, that's my first one. Okay, so I've got this much left in my second last ball of yarn. I'm switching back into the purple now. Apparently the sweater is just purple and red, and that's what we're sticking to. Don't touch it, Peekaboo. It's not yours. The joke's on me. Everything in the house is hers, and she knows it. Pika? No. Okay. Love ya. Okay, so I just switched colors. I'm gonna hold both colors in my hand, like as if they're both my working yarn. Actually, I kind of want you to see this from above, this next part, because it's kind of interesting. I figured out how to carry my yarn in the same hand, both pieces of yarn. So I'll just set up my camera so you can watch. I think it was like perfect. We're all gonna watch together. Okay. Oh, right, this. Good. Then I need my cellular. Beautiful. I put away all my filming equipment while I was gone so that Alex wouldn't have to deal with it at all. Very mature of me, I know. I'm very grown up. Okay, that can go like this. If this is like this, right, or is this this? And then this is like that. And this can go like this. Yeah, it's all coming together, folks. Peekaboo. Not now, darling. Okay. Anybody watching Stranger Things? Alex and I have one more episode left. No spoilers. Just kidding, the whole internet has spoiled it already. It's fine. Okay, so we have this. Good. And then we have this. Beautiful. Put you down here so that I can find a way to have everything work like I want it to. We're almost there. I can feel that we are almost where I want to be. Okay, now let's see how this looks. Okay, there's the phone view. Good. I'm gonna put my mic up a little. Oops. Everyone just talk amongst yourselves. All is well. Could you not though, for real? Could you just work? There. That should be good if it doesn't fall anymore. Okay, that works. That's fine. There. Perfect. Okay, so there's our mic. Here's our overhead. Let's line this up now. I just want you to be able to see how I hold the yarn for this, because I thought it was very clever. Okay. So I'm doing continental. So I'm holding my yarn over my index finger, and then the rest of the yarn is being held in my fingers, which are also holding the project, like this and like this. That's how I'm doing it. So I have both my pieces of yarn, my new piece and my old piece. So for the first stitch, I'm going to be switching into the purple yarn. So I'll do knit, and then when I'm grabbing my yarn, I'll just grab the purple. Knit, I'll just grab the purple. Knit. Now I will grab, oh wait, I have to do a decrease at first, unfortunately. I do have to start with a decrease. So knit the first stitch. Second stitch is a knit or slip, knit, pass over. There. And then, so that's 2 knit stitches. Then I'll switch back to the red, and I'll knit 1 red, 1 red. Then I'll go in and pick up another stitch, and now I'll just pick up the purple again, just by flicking through just the purple. And that way the yarn has the same tension, because both yarns are being held at the same time. And I'm just doing knit, knit with red, then knit, knit with purple. See? 2 and 2, 2 and 2. I feel like it made my work feel like it was going a lot easier by doing it this way. I don't know if it's like how other people do it. Maybe this is the way you're supposed to hold the yarn, but I thought that I did a good job at holding it in a way that was not causing me any problems. Sorry, Miss Peekaboo joined us again, and I wish you could see her, but you don't get to see her, unfortunately. Okay, so if I could just come a little closer here. If I only could. Just come a little closer to this. There we go. And I want to move my mic just a little more, and I want to take a big drink of water. Good. Please excuse runny nose. Okay. So now we did 2 red, and then I'll try to do 2 purple. 1 and 2. And they can get twisted, and I usually just try to untwist it by fixing it over the next couple of stitches. What are you wagging your tail for, Pika? She's flopping her tail around. Don't grab my yarn, this is mine. So, knit, knit. Actually, you know what? I'm going to concentrate for a round to try and bang out some stitches here, because I feel like I'm a little bit slow today, and I want to go a little bit faster. Peekaboo is grabbing my yarn. You're going to increase my tension, and I don't want that. So I'm going to move you. Don't grab my hand. Don't you grab my stuff. Get off my yarn. Don't bite me. I'm getting my stuff back. It's not yours. Give it back. Don't talk to me that way. I'm your mother. Okay. Oops. There. Good. Oops, we don't want that in it. That's ugly. No wires in the shot. Gross. Okay. Knit, knit with red. 1 and, hold on. 1 and 2. Back to purple. Back to purple. Back to red, back to red. And I'm doing my decreases in this row so that it doesn't show up visibly, because there's just red underneath. There, see though? 2 and 2, and now the yarn carries along. Fun. We definitely are reducing, because my number of stitches till I get to my next reducing stitch is not very many. Like the number of reductions between each corner. I feel like it's more. I feel like we're doing good. I feel like we're on track still. 2020. On track 2020. Speaking of on track, we are on track to hit 100,000 subscribers. Where did everyone go? Did I get boring? Sorry about it. It's because Peekaboo left, and that's why you were here. I know what you were here for. Important stuff. If you haven't clicked the thumbs up button yet, though, today, please do. Because I was gone for like a week, and the YouTube algorithm is basically like, you're dead to us. So the like button will allow the YouTube algorithm to know that, in fact, I was not dead to you. I was just gone for a week. And sometimes you just have to go away for a week, you know what I mean? Not for mental health, for family time. I guess that's part of mental health, but I wasn't unhealthy. I just had to see my family. You know how it is. it was so cold there. I cannot emphasize enough how it's way too cold for people to live there. That's why there's so many activities. My sister was like, what do you want to do today? Do you want to go to the museum? Do you want to go to this museum? Do you want to go to this museum? Do you want to go to this activity? Do you want to go to this store that has an activity? And every single thing there was lots of indoor activities available. And that's because you have to be indoors 8 months of the year in Ottawa. It's cold. But it's true, they do have way more activities than like anything here. It's just a cooler place for activities. It's actually a freezing cold place, but for activities. Okay. Like if your kid was into every activity, I would say Ottawa is a cool place to live because you can get them in, and a lot of services are free, and a lot of like activities are, I don't know, it feels like a place. If you've got a kid that's super busy, Ottawa feels like a place that they could thrive. Oops. Missed it. Let's try that again. This is a knit. Okay, knit and pass over. And then we can knit again. And then we'll switch. Pass over, knit with the Circle of Doom. Is that what I'm on? Is the Circle of Doom? Okay. It's going to be a beautiful doom circle, though. I think. I hope. I think it's cute already, so I feel like I would have to do something pretty ridiculous to make it turn out bad if I already think it looks good now. We're almost done. So how could I really ruin it at this point? I feel like probably not going to ruin it at this point. As long as I don't drop any more stitches. That's so stressful. Dropping stitches. I did it on the train a couple of times. And I brought a crochet hook, thank God. I didn't think I was going to need it, and I ended up needing to take it out more than one time. Plus, at my corners, I made mistakes and had to like pull back 5 rows of knit, but only for 2 or 3 stitches, just to fix like where a decrease was located. I did a decrease late on one round for some reason, so I had to pull back all the way to there to fix where the decrease was. It was very much a headache and took so much time that I was like, what a waste of my time right now. But it was worth it because it now they're the right tension and now they're the right location. And I know it'll make a difference for me later to have it be perfectly lined up. I had a Circle of Doom. Oh, like I get during a glitch. Got it. I misunderstood. Yeah, the loading, it did a loading screen for a sec, sorry. I have no control. I do my best. I press play. That's the best I can do. Or I guess go. I don't press play, because it's not a movie, it's a live. I press go. Collect $200, you know? If I only could. Okay. It doesn't show anything dropping on my end now. Is everything cleared up? Sorry if it was glitchy. There and there. Going good over here, I think. Almost at another corner. We're actually almost back at the beginning of the round. For sure it's shrinking because I'm already more than halfway around on this round. My back needs to crack, but I don't have the line up. I need to stretch out a lot first. I haven't done it. Maybe that's what I'll do after the stream. A little bit of yoga. Go. There we go. We're almost at the corner. Time to do a decrease. Everything lining up really nice. Good. Everything's looking good and lined up here. All clear. Okay, good. How many more do I have before my decrease? These two. So we're going to do knit red. We're going to try knit red, knit red. And now this one's the decrease, which means we're going to do pass over, knit purple, yarn over. Second one, knit purple. Next one, pass over, knit red, pass over, all the way over, please. Thank you. And then another knit red, and then back to knit purple. Gorgeous. Purple, red, red. There we go. Love it, love it. I feel like we could get all the way up to the collar today because it's not as far as it feels like it is, I think. I hope. I think that it's not as far away as it feels like. And it's only 11. We have a whole other hour. I think it's possible. I don't know if we'll finish the collar, but I think we'll definitely get to the collar. A whole hour. We can do it. Even more than an hour because I was late today by a lot. So like an hour and a half left. Knit. Knit. All up to date on the chat. If anyone has anything they'd like to bring up, I'm happy to go with a new conversation topic. I don't have anything in my brain because I have to think when I'm knitting. So if somebody else has something they want to talk about, I am happy to dive into a new discussion. I'm just, oh, am I in the wrong spot for you? Is this okay? There. Anyway, yeah, I have to think for my color work part. Cool. Cool. Very good. Glad we're all on the same page. Just vibes. Although it's new year now. It's 2026. New year, new what? New year, new craft. What's the new craft gonna be? Oh, I actually know what the craft is gonna be. It's gonna be watercolor. 2026, the year of watercolor. Maybe. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and do watercolors this year. Maybe I'll even learn about them as part of the effort. We'll have to see. Alright, we are almost back at the beginning, which is a very good place to be. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm almost at the beginning and I can't think until I'm done the color work part, which is what I will be done right after this. And then we won't have to think anymore, which I love that for me. I think we're going to do a bigger block of color this time too, to try and reduce the amount of red that we're using. Oops. Random runny nose. Good morning. Lovely, lovely way to start. Okay, purple. Purple. I'm almost at a point where I can not have to think again. While knitting, that is. All right, last stretch of this round. Sorry, that part for some reason was hard for me to do. That decrease was different looking. There we go. Oh, I also have a funny story time. So here is the story of my Uber driver yesterday. We went, yesterday morning, I needed to get to the bus, the Greyhound, but we don't have Greyhound anymore, so whatever the brand is, but Greyhound style bus, big bus for long trips. I had to make it to the bus, but the kids woke up late, and the time I had to get to the bus was not conducive with everything, so I was going to Uber to the bus area and like the pickup location. So Uber came, got in the Uber. First things first, what I noticed about the gentleman who was driving me was that he had a very poorly adhered toupee. The toupee itself was probably fine, like quality-wise. I don't know much about them, like hair pieces, so I don't know like expensive from cheap versus in hair. It looked like real hair, but it was very much not in place. It was not straight on his head, and it was also not adhered properly. Like it was on with some kind of not reversible, yeah, like a reversible sticky tape, but it didn't go all the way to the edges, so you could see the edges of like the lace. You could see it. It was super visible. Like it was not well done, and not his fault that I didn't judge the man for that. It was just the first thing I noticed. Then he started up a conversation with me, telling me about his life, telling me about his kids, and I love a stranger. Let me tell you, I love a stranger. I love hearing the drama of a stranger's life and just going, oh my God, really? Wow. I love doing that. So for me, when an Uber driver starts talking, I'm not going to push back. I am going to find out as much as I can about what they're talking about. So started off talking about how cold Ottawa is. Totally. Then started talking about university and college. Sure. Then started talking about his kids. Sure. Single father of 4 from Iraq. That's a lot to deal with. 4 kids alone is already crazy. So he's telling me about how his kids are crazy and how he's dealing with them and blah, blah, blah. And I'm going, yeah, I'm from a family of 4. I can't even imagine my dad having to do that alone. It's very, like, noble, brave, and insane. And he said, yep, it's all those things. And then the conversation turned to the fact that his kids are coming into a world that is currently being run truly by actual demons. And I'm with you. I'm with him up till this point. Like, up till this point, I'm like, yep. And then he goes, and, we have to get the demons out of power. And I said, yeah, totally. Like, I think he's being metaphorical. The metaphorical demons. They're acting really bad and using the word demonic. Sure. No. He didn't mean people who are acting really bad is essentially demonic. He meant literal shapeshifters have taken over all branches of government, and they're trying to end the world. So, of course, I go, that's so hard. Like, that sucks. Like, what are we even supposed to do? And he said, well, we don't have to worry because he's coming back. And I said, the devil? And he said, no, the devil is already here. He is coming back. And so I just acted like I knew because I knew what he meant. He meant Jesus. He's like visibly, signs of Islam are all over. So he's a Muslim man. But Jesus is going to come back. I don't know how much of the overlap there is everywhere, so don't come at me. Anyway, Jesus is going to come back, and his kids don't have to go to college or university because it won't matter, because in our lifetime, Jesus is going to come back and get rid of all the evil. And I was like, okay, so while I'm totally on board for the idea of Jesus coming back and getting rid of all the evil, maybe just let your kids do post-secondary school just in case that doesn't happen in their lifetime. Like, maybe you got the time mixed up, and maybe let them plan as though they have a life to plan, because, like, there's a chance you got the dates wrong. And he's like, in our lifetime it will happen. He will come back, and he will get rid of all of these demons. And I was like, thank you so much for the ride. Have a great day. Sorry about your kids. So that was my talk, and I texted my sister about it when I got off the bus, or when I got out of the Uber, and she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I was like, I just had the most beautiful interaction with a complete stranger. One thing I do love about religious people, I was going to say zealots, but he didn't even feel zealous. He was just hoping out loud, But something I love about religious people sometimes is that they will really try to get it into conversation casually, and I'm here for it because I'm not a religious person. So for me, it's very interesting to hear the way people understand the world. And the way this man understood the world was very different than how I understand it. But I kind of love the idea of having hope that Jesus is literally going to come back and get rid of the evil. But I think that that's not how it is. Isn't it that Jesus is going to come back and, like, burn all the bad people? Like, something's going to happen that isn't good for everybody, right? As part of Jesus's return in these stories. I'm not saying in, like, real life. I just mean as far as these stories go, right? Okay, I've made it back to the beginning of my round. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to knit. Am I going to knit with the purple? No, I'm going to do a round knit of red. I'm leaving the purple behind for this round. Anyway, I love a conversation with a stranger. I love when it's about something that I don't have any information about because I can't argue. Like, it doesn't make me angry. Like, when people say things that are, like, really ridiculous politically, which happens in Ubers, when people say ridiculous things politically that I do have an opinion on, it makes it hard to not push back. But when it's something I don't have any knowledge about, for me, it just makes the whole conversation interesting and kind of funny. So I had a really nice time talking to that guy, even though the things he said were a little bit out of my wheelhouse, let's put it that way. They're not necessarily my thing, but I enjoyed it. Okay, so now for this round, I'm just doing knit one in each stitch. No decreases in this round. I did decreases on the last one. And then the next round is going to be a purple round again.
Purple rain.
Hi there, Michelle. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, New Year. No. It's Happy New Year. My birthday is what my brain came up with. Happy birthday to 2026. Isn't that crazy? January 5th. It's 20.
Whoa. One more day.
And then Christmas is over?
No, then it's January 6th.
Oh. Yep. Yeah, one more day and then it's January. You're right. You're not wrong. Remember that time that January 6th was a big bad day? Remember that time? Except for some people. I guess for some people it wasn't a big bad day. For some people it was something else. Some other kind of day. Birthday is next month. Ah, that must be what it was. My brain just thought it was your birthday now. Then again, maybe not. Could you not keep bumping my hand microphone? I'm trying to knit here. You just keep coming at me. So in this round, I'm just going to knit a round in red to create a round that has space, like so that you can see the individual little purple stitches. See how cute they are? So fun. That way the next round, when we do all purple, it will look so cute. I have a tickle in my throat. I think my throat is going to be sore later. Woe is me. No, woe is me, because I'm anti-woa. I have two different names, depending on the child that is calling my name. I have Woa, I have Yaya, and I have Yoya. Yoya. So one of the kids does Y as the L, one of the kids does W as the L. So Wawa is the one that does W as the L. Y is the one that does Yaya, and then there's Yuya. Because one does Y as L and R. Yep. Kids are fun and crazy and stupid and so smart. Every time these kids say something I've never heard them say before, my mind is blown. I'm like, you're a whole person. Where is that coming from? I'm excited to see my little niece and nephew that I left behind here. It was nice to see the nibblings. But I'm excited to see these ones too. I love them all. They are so cute. I love kids for someone who's not down to have them in my life. The more and more time that passes, the more I'm happy I haven't had kids. And I keep adding I keep couching my language, being like, I don't want kids yet. I think it's just confirmed. I think we're good. I think we're all good. This is going to be a cute sweater. I hope Alex likes it. What do you think? Is he going to love it so much? I also want to actually switch the cables now to a shorter cable. What is the cable I want to use? 150? Definitely not. 24 or 80. Probably 80. Yeah, that'll do it. Hey, what's that for? Hey, Beelzebub. You know who wants to hear that sound? Literally nobody. Literally no people want to hear that sound. So if you could just knock it off, that'd be great, okay? Hi.
Hello?
What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
I said to Alex, are you depressed or something this morning? And he was like, why? And I was like, you've been smiling at me every time you look at me for the last 2 days.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, I know, but like you have blunted affect as a rule. Like as a rule, your facial features are always neutral. So you smiling is suspicious because you literally have blunted affect. That's what the doctor called it. So he's coming into the room going like this. It's freaking me out. With peace and love. Sounds like I'm being rude to him, but in fact, it is out of the ordinary for him to be, like, actively smiley. Even though he's got just the most beautiful smile in all the land, doesn't matter, it's weird. It's weird because he doesn't usually have an active smile going. Unless there's something happening. But even this morning, he woke me up and was like, "Good morning." Like, I'm so used to him being like, "Oh, it's time to get up." And then when I go say good morning in my happy, he goes, mm. Like he doesn't even open his eyes all the way. Whereas right now he's like awake and smiling. It's like not, it's just 11. He should only be awake like as a human being now. What? You already ate. You already had your breakfast. Are you hungry still? Have you actually never eaten anything in your whole life? You starving? Yeah. I just bent over and my back cracked. That was actually perfect. I've been saying I've needed my back to crack and tried and couldn't get it because I haven't stretched, but I just bent over for peekaboo and my back cracked, which is great. Peekaboo's here with me, by the way. I'll do this so you can see her. My beautiful, beautiful kitty cat. My regularly obese kitty cat. Okay. I just want to put it on a shorter cable so I can see how it's going to be fitting a little bit more, because with the stretched out cable, it's like it doesn't look accurate, you know? Hi. How was your new year, Michelle? Did you do anything interesting? I'm so close to being done this round. And then we're going to switch back into the purple. Actually, I should put one of the little barriers on the back of this. Oh, I did. I'm so smart. I didn't even remember doing it. Did it so passively. All right. Oh, we're right at the halfway mark right now. I do want to know how many stitches are in my round, but I'm also like unwilling to pay attention long enough to count them. Just running around seeing family. That's nice. That is what it feels like though, doesn't it? Like running around with your head cut off, just... Oh, my bad. Wrong thing. This is the one I want to pull. It just feels like running around with your head cut off, especially if you have family in lots of different locations. Luckily for me, I only have family in 2 spots. It's Ottawa and the GTA. 2 easy spots. They're both drivable from where we live, so it's easy to just manage it. Because there's 4 kids in my family. We definitely could have all ended up moving to far apart places, and my parents could have moved to a far place, but we all kind of stayed around, except stayed around in the same province anyway. I like the word province, don't you? State. I live in a state. I live in a province. I'm provincial. Well, there must be more to this provincial life. Just watch, I'm going to make Belle my wife. Thank you. My daughter and grandson came up for a week. Oh, that's awesome, Michelle. That's nice. How old's your grandson now? He's still little, isn't he? No, wait. He was old enough that he came and visited you on his own in the summer, didn't he? So that means he's old enough to stay places for a while. I don't remember accurately. I'm very close to being at the end of this round. I called Alistair with one of the other kids when I was in Ottawa, and Alistair doesn't understand that distance is a thing. So it was Friday when we called, and usually on Fridays I go over to my sister's house and I hang out with Alistair and the other baby and have a good time. But I was in Ottawa, so I wasn't going to be coming over, and he was like, she's on the phone, it's Friday. What do you mean? And then he was apparently upset about the fact that he saw me on the phone, so he knows I'm here, but she's not coming over today, but she comes over every Friday. What do you mean? And I love that for me. Took my daughter to a fancy restaurant for her 40th birthday. Oh, that's nice. Aw. Mommy-daughter date. Love that for you guys. What did you have to eat at the fancy restaurant? My grandson is now 6. Oh, God. Do you know that my brain did say 5? I just didn't say it out loud in case I was so off. I would have been basically correct, which means that I do listen. Just, it doesn't go into my long-term memory in a place that I can access. Hi. Steak. Delightful. I love steak. I also love lamb. I hate that I love it, but it's so yummy. Have you ever had lamb? If you haven't, maybe just don't even have it, because it's so yummy that you'll be like, oh no, I really like this. Whereas if you don't have it, you can say, I don't like eating any baby animals. That was what I did. I said, I don't like eating anything that's a baby. It should have lived a whole life. Fun fact, the cows that we eat are babies. All of them. All the cows that we eat as meat are babies. Cows live like 30 years, and they get eaten at 2, making them babies. So, being like, I don't want to eat lamb because it's a baby. Everything is a baby. Chickens, we eat chickens, right? They're only 8 weeks old when they get slaughtered. So, they're literally babies. They've only been alive for 8 weeks. They just give them all the growth hormone in the world in order to become big, huge, meaty chickens. We had a great dinner. It was $330 for the 4 of us. Oh, okay, for 4 of you. My brain was thinking it was just the 2 of you, and I was going to be like, that's a bit crazy, bro. $330 for 4 people at a fancy restaurant. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes. But I am, that's very nice that you took her out for it, and also a grandkid, I'm guessing. What did he have? Nuggies? Grilled cheese, please. I want hot dogs. Okay, well, this is a steakhouse. Brantley. So it's gonna be hard to get them to give you some chicken nuggets. I want nuggies. I want dino nuggies. I'm making him more difficult than he is. He's probably a sweet little boy. With cocktails. Ooh, don't mind if I do. I love a cocktail. My sister served me a cocktail because it was like for her when I come up to visit, it's like not a vacation, but she gets a little bit of a break because I'm roughhousing the whole time, keeping everybody occupied. But pretty much every night, my sister would be like, would you like a cocktail? Not like, do you want a beer? I had like, what did I had? I had a dirty blonde, I think is what she called it. It might have been called something, another kind of blonde, a something blonde. Grapefruit and sparkling water and gin. I don't know the other ingredients, but anyway, I had that as a cocktail. I had a gin and tonic, but not like a baby gin and tonic, like a fancy gin and tonic with a sprig of rosemary, like a cocktail. He won't eat any of that, so I packed him a dinner box. Oh, you're so nice. 5-year-olds. Sweet, but difficult humans. Anyway, I had a cocktail 3 of the nights I was there, and then I also had sparkling wine, and then I also had a glass of white wine. Listen to all the drinks I had when I was gone. First of all, for what you should know about me is I very much don't drink. On average, I would say I don't drink, and then I have an alcoholic beverage. Once in a blue moon, I'll have 4 alcoholic beverages once in a blue moon. I don't typically have a cocktail. I will drink when I'm planning on being tipsy. Like if I know I'm not driving and I know it's a party, I'll have 4 drinks. Then I'll be toasted. But this time, it was like one day we had a glass of white wine with dinner. Classy. A little tipsy. One day we had a gin and tonic at the end of the night. Tipsy. But just 1 drink. Like each night. Again, I'm not a drinker and neither is my sister, but having someone there gives them a reason to make a cocktail. Like, you're not going to make yourself a cocktail every day. That's like overkill. But if someone's over and staying over and it's a vacation for them, I'll offer them a cocktail. You know what I mean? So I had a nice time having cocktails like some fancy adult. But I will say, I'm tired like I got hit by a train. It's like now I'm hungover for all those days that I had a drink each day. I never have a drink for no reason. Do you know what I mean? I'll have drinks at a wedding or if we're having a party, which we don't do. So the last time I think I had drinks was probably a wedding. No, it was probably my grandpa's funeral. After his funeral, we all went to a restaurant with a band that played at his funeral. They had a show that night, so we all went and saw their show, and they played really well and sang a bunch of classic songs. So we were all drinking and dancing. It was very weird. We weren't really dancing. We were in our seats. Anyway, it was weird, but it didn't feel weird at the time. Now telling the story, it feels weird because we had just finished at a funeral where we were all crying. I think it was like we all had a little bit of a release. You know what I mean? Anyway, I think that was last time I had multiple drinks at one time. I can't remember. No, I think I must have had an alcoholic beverage at Julia's. In the summer, I had a couple of those frozen Mike's Hard Lemonades periodically throughout the summer. But generally, I would say on average. I wouldn't call myself straight edge, I'm an anti-drinker. It's just not it's not the poison I pick. You know, you pick your poison. The one that I pick is not alcohol generally. So it was kind of fun to engage with the culture of classily drinking. It's not like drinking 10 beers. It's like having a gin and tonic. Gin is my preferred one, Michelle. More power to you for your preference. However, gin is a superior alcohol in my humble opinion. Okay, and then we're going to switch back to this now. Yes, okay, so now I'm going to do a round of just purple. Now that I finished my round of red. Okay, could you not, microphone? I actually hate rum. I wish I liked rum because if you go on vacation, it seems like every cocktail is rum-based, but I really, really am not a fan of rum. I find it's too strong. To me, gin is somehow less strong than rum in flavor. I like the flavor. I don't like the flavor. I dislike the flavor less. Oh, dropped frames. We're having a little bit of a glitch here. Sorry, guys. Yeah, okay. Where did everyone go? What? Is this not the funnest stream that it's ever been? It's like rum is stinky to me. Over gin. Gin feels herbaceous and perfumed in a way that rum feels it smells sweet. I don't know. I don't like it. Okay, now I'm going to switch back to my purple, and now I'm going to be doing decreases again in this round. But I'm not going to be doing any red, so I'm just going to roll up the ball. I had a fabulous coconut lime mint mojito at the beach. Okay, so I understand coconut goes with rum well. Can we find coconut to go with something else? Because I love a coconut drink. Like alcohol or not, I love coconut. Okay, so then we're going to start with a decrease. So knit 1, yarn over, and then we can knit all the way to the next corner with the purple now. Gorgeous. Which is going to help us get rid of some of the risk of running out of yarn, which is my fear. I love coconut. I know a lot of people don't like coconut, the smell or the flavor, but I love the smell and the flavor of coconut. And I love it in like desserts, in coconut cream pie. Delish. Oh God, I love a coconut cream pie. And coconut dream bars, delicious. Coconut lime mojito. Mojito is mint. So, mint and coconut? I don't know about that. But could we do more coconut-based drinks? And then you do coconut and pineapple, and that's kind of exciting. But could we do like coconut and banana? I feel like they're more in the same range. Don't you think? Coconut and banana over coconut and pineapple? Like something creamy, like coconut. I think coconut and banana would be a good mix. Okay, looking good, looking good. I do like the idea of getting my neckline not to be using all the red yarn. I really am nervous that I'm gonna run out. I feel like I'm not gonna now. Lime and coconut is fabulous. I have a lime coconut, I think it's a bathroom soap. Like we have, when they were on sale, I bought backups of soap as opposed to just getting the refill. It was cheaper to buy a couple of individual soaps than it was to buy the refill at that time. So now we have a refill from Costco for hand soap as well as a few hand soap individuals. And currently we have in the closet a coconut mint. And I got it because I liked the smell, so I obviously liked it. I just haven't used it yet. It feels not like my winter scent. Our winter scent for our soap is like cranberry something, which is what I like. Okay, here we are. Where's our center? Okay, there's our center, which means this is our decrease. So yarn over, knit 1, yarn over. Good. And then we're going to do a knit. And then we're going to need this part now. Put the lime and the coconut, you mix it all up. I like to add lime juice to my Coca-Cola. My sister got me on that. Julia makes herself a cocktail every day right at noon. Julia's having a cocktail every day. Do you want to know what's in Julia's daily cocktail? It's Diet Coke, a whole bunch of ice, and lime juice. The end. That's all she needs. She doesn't drink coffee. She doesn't drink tea. She doesn't drink any other caffeinated beverage. The only thing she drinks that is caffeinated is Diet Coke. She doesn't drink juice. She drinks Diet Coke. And I could not survive without my coffee nowadays, which is so annoying because I only started drinking coffee when I was 30. And I was like, it doesn't even taste that good. And then it was like, oh, it tastes good. And then it was, I can't wake up without it. Cool. Love that we're just adding a new addiction into my world. And it doesn't even taste that good. You know? Like, sure, I like coffee now. But it's not like it's it's not like it's that good. All right, now I'm just gonna continue my knitting with my purple yarn. I just did my other decrease on the other side. So we end up with a decrease here, a knit, and then a decrease here. Look how cute. Isn't it cute? See my decreases? See how good I'm doing? It's like I'm a professional. It's like I know how to knit real good. Expert. Not expert, but, you know. Advanced novice? Advanced novice knitter? Advanced beginner? Probably something like that, you know? There's a word for it. Like, I don't know how to do anything else except for these movements. So I can't, like, do cables yet. Or any intricate, weird, lacy stitches. But I can do this. And I do feel like I have enough knowledge now that if I buckled down, I could learn how to do those other things. Whereas at the beginning of learning to knit, I couldn't have even anticipated ever being able to learn those things. You know what I mean? Should we do 2 rounds of purple here? Or switch back to red again? I'm kind of thinking we should switch back to red and then switch back to purple and do a couple of like stripes before we do a little bit of a block of purple for blending. I did plan on having this finished for Christmas, and then I planned on having it finished for New Year's, and now I plan on having it finished as soon as I can. Alright, so, hold on. Our straight up is you. I feel like I want to stitch marker all of these now. Like, so that I don't have to think about it. Okay. Our straight up one is this. Which means it's the ones before that that are decreased. Bada bing, bada boom. So slip stitch the decrease over, knit the stitch, slip stitch, or yeah, yarn over the previous stitch. And then there's my center stitch, slip over, knit, yarn over. Gorgeous. Let's do that on the other side too, so I don't have to think about it anymore. Don't you dare drop stitches. Okay. We have decrease on that side and then center. Wow, my eyes cannot focus on something close up anymore. I literally turned 30 and then my body was like, oh, you're finished? Okay, if you're done, then we don't have to work anymore, it's fine. Okay, there we go. Do you see my eyes like working to focus? Disrespectful. Okay, they're there, and then one more over here. We have a decrease, a middle stitch, and a decrease. There's my middle, oops. Could you not? Oh, I have something really cool to show you on Wednesday. I was going to show you it today, but then I didn't get done in time. On Wednesday I will show you. My coleus, like 3 of them are blooming. Excuse me. Yeah, like 3 of my coleus plants are blooming right now. And the flowers, I didn't have a chance to pull them off because I was away, so I didn't. So they actually did bloom, and they look really cute. Usually I I take the flowers off of coleus and oxalis when they bloom in the winter. It's just not necessary to let them bloom. But I was away, so they managed to put out a flower. Thank you so much for the blessio. I just gave myself a headache with my sneeze. I sneezed into my brain. Also, I just want you to see something. Look at this. My baby just sitting here with me. She's just lying down, resting her head, just living a hard life. It's hard to be a cat like her. I hope this is enough decreases. I have a fear that I'm gonna this is not decreasing quickly enough and then it's gonna look crazy. I have an equal fear of having it decrease too much and having it also look crazy. After I finish this round, I'll hold it up so you can see the actual, what we're looking at, what it's actually shaping up to look like. Because now that I've got these shorter knitting needles, it'll make it easier to actually pull it to the correct tension, I hope. That's the plan. That's my plan. This one will definitely need blocking though. Now that I'm doing color work in it and having different tensions, I'm gonna have to do a serious block on this. I hope that I have enough blocking mats to do it. I might have to go to my sister's house and borrow some of her children's play mats in order to block it. But whatever I have to do, I'm gonna do because I want this sweater to look and fit and be beautiful. And I think this one's gonna be able to go into the washer and the dryer if it's, what is it again? 70%. Is it 70% wool or is it 70% nylon? I don't remember. It's 70% something. I have the, oh wait, I have the, where are they? I do have the packaging somewhere. I just don't remember where I put it. And I don't see it. Anyway, if it's 70% wool, then I'll say maybe nothing, not in the dryer. But if it's 30% wool, I think it's fine. Cause it's supposed to be sock yarn, and socks go in the dryer, right? My socks go in the dryer. Do your socks go in the dryer? Even your wool ones? I wish I was better with my clothes, but I'm not. And it's not something I'm willing to make huge changes to improve. Yet. Maybe someday I'll be better. Yeah. Oh, then like this and like this. Okay, we should be almost done the round now, right? I think we're on the last arm. Yes, we are. Here's the question. Are we going to go straight into a block of purple, or are we going to try and do some kind of transition? Or are we going to just do the same exact stripe again? I think maybe we should do a couple rounds of purple. What do you think? What do you think? One round of red, one round of purple, or a couple rounds of purple? I'm open to either. I'm kind of wondering if I should just go back to the red to keep it consistent. To do the same thing as I did for the first little chunk, I would love your opinion in this very specific situation. Perhaps not usually, but right now, yes. I think I'm going to switch back to the red for the next round. And then I'll go back to the purple for another round. And then I'll go back to the red, or maybe I'll do 2 rounds of purple after this round of red. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. We've got a lot of room left. Oh, also, I got a new pair of overalls. I told you about that for Christmas. And next live stream, if we've not yet finished the sweater, we'll try and finish the sweater. But if we finish the sweater, then I would like to work on ironing and sewing on patches onto my new overalls so that they are really, really cool. That's what I want to do. Okay, here we go. Just coming up to the end of the round now, and I'm going to switch out back to the red, which I think I can just leave it in where it is. Or maybe I'll take the red out and then I'll put the purple in here. So here's my red. Second last ball. I still have a whole ball of red left. I do. Which could be enough. It also could be not enough. Wait. That's a decrease, so that's a regular one. Right? Where's our regular one? Uh-oh. Did I screw up? I think I screwed up. Hold on. I think I decreased early on my first round. Or on my first stitch. Let me just line up my middle stitch here. Make sure it's correct. Middle stitch, where are you? Okay, decreases on either side of this one. So this should be not a decrease, but it is a decrease, so we're going to fix it. And how are we going to fix it? We're going to move those stitches over, because that's not our middle stitch. This is our middle stitch. So we'll take this out, because this is a decrease. Remove those. Okay, good. Then this stitch needs to be a regular knit with the purple. Okay. And then this stitch needs to be a decrease. So that's slip over, knit, that can go on here, and then this slips over. Okay, and now you can go on this needle again, you can go on this needle again, and so can you guys. And you. There. Okay. So now we have a decrease. Where's our decrease? Right here. Then a regular, then a decrease. So that's fine. We can knit, knit. No. Pass it over, knit. Pass it over, right? And we just have too much yarn, but that's okay. We'll deal with that as we can. Okay, and then we're going to switch back to the red, and in this round we are going to have 0 decreases. Sorry, I had to really work my noggin there for that one. Okay, that's our first stitch. Now we can put our purple down. Don't need it right now. Let it just sit inside the sweater. And I lied. I'll show you what it looks like after I finish this round, because now I'm in it. No decreases in this round, just red every stitch all the way around. It should be pretty quick. Actually, you know what? I'm going to count this round since you guys are like just chilling. What the heck? When did it become 11:46? It was literally just 10:30, like a minute ago. When did it become? That's crazy. I literally did not see that happen. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where does the time go? I keep losing track. Okay, so we made it to 10. Now let's just make it all the way around to find out how many stitches we have. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, oh, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Jesus, Burfy, that was loud. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. I don't remember how many rounds there are, or how many stitches there are in a neckline. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. We still have quite a lot of stitches. Okay. A lot of decreases left. 101, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Excuse you. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, oops, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Almost there. Almost there. Where's our first one? Oh my god, we're not even close. Oh my god, 50. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85.
You want this, or is this garbage?
This is garbage. Unless you want to keep it for next year, which we can. We can put it in the box.
Huh?
86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97. Seems like a lot of stitches right now. 98, 99, 200, 201, 2, 3. Doesn't that seem like too many? 203, 204, 205, 206, 207, 208, 209, 210, 211, 212, 213, 214, 215, 216, 217, 218, 219, 220, 221. Okay, so we have 221 stitches in our round, which is perhaps a few more than we need at this moment. But I am going to be finishing with this red right now. I'm going to tie it off because it's a very short piece and I just want to have the tension stay. So I'm going to just tie it off to maintain my tension. My attention. You know what I mean? So I'm going to just do that. We're going to be untying all these knots later so that I can weave in the ends, but I'm just tying them now for their own stability. There. Hello there, crocheting from Saudi Arabia with love. Hello, welcome. And I'm knitting today from Southern Ontario, also with love. I am going to take a second and just put my little knitting covers on the edge of these needles, and that way I can show you. I might have something that goes right on the tip of the needle, actually. I think I do, from Frida. Yeah, these are knitting needle toppers, so that'll keep my stitches on. I just need something so the stitches don't fall off while I try on the sweater. Also, hey Louisa, how's your trip? Did you have the best time? That sunset was crazy. So pretty. Okay, that feels pretty secure. I put these little ends on. Now I'm going to try the sweater on. Or I'm going to try the sweater on to see how it feels, how it looks, what the vibe is. So this is supposed to be a men's extra large. It does not feel that big right now. I'm just hoping. Gotta go. See you Wednesday. Bye. Bye, Michelle. Have a good rest of your day. It feels like a large. It doesn't really feel specifically very extra large in my opinion. But let me just see how it feels. Ugh. Oh. Yeah, it definitely needs blocking due to the length of the sleeves. Look. This wire that it's on is too tight right now, but for the vibe, you understand, right? Once I block it out, it'll fit Alex. Right now it fits me, but it will fit him once it's blocked. Isn't it pretty? Do you like this bit up here? Is that fun? You know, my beautiful decreases? Aren't they lovely? Anyway, it's on its way. I feel good now knowing that the decreases look good. I'm sticking around, by the way. Louisa, if you're just coming in, I still have half an hour left. I was late today by like half an hour. That's a lovely sweater. It's 7:57 at night right now. What time is it there? It is 11:58 a.m. in the morning. That's redundant, I suppose. But it's morning for another 2 minutes, and then we're about to have our afternoon. Okay. Now I can get you guys all back to where I need ya. We're going back into the purple. We're going to do a couple of rounds, I believe, in the purple with the decreases. Looks good on you. Thank you. It's not for me. It's for my partner, and he is a big Russian man. So we're just hoping that when I block it, it turns into what I was looking for. That's the hope. I think it's gonna, because the sleeves were they were the correct length for a raglan for an adult man extra large. So knowing that the sleeves were the correct length, even though they look short now, they were the correct length, which means they will end up being the correct length. Because that's science. Mm-hmm. You heard that right. That's just how science works. Okay, so I'm gonna open my other angle so that you can watch me knit. Put myself over here a little so you have more knitting visuals. Okay. And then this can go over here. My hands are gonna probably sit right here. And then like this. Okay, so now doing my first stitch is a knit. My second stitch is a decrease, because I decrease at every corner joint. And now I just knit straight across in my purple yarn. And I'll do decreases whenever I get to the stitch markers. And then I'm going to be doing a little chunk of purple here. In this previous row, I just did one row of purple. This time I did the same thing. I did 2, 2 for the first, and then for the next one I did a row, and then the next I did 2, 2, but this time I'm going to keep doing rows of purple to try and save some of my red, and also to add a little bit more interest into the sweater, because the red is very powerful, so I want to have some other stuff happening in here. You know what I even want to do is go for a shorter knitting cable. Is that crazy? It's only crazy if you believe it. 150 is going to be too long. 120 is too long. 32 is what I'm using, and 24 is the next, so I can remove 10 inches. That way I won't have anything fighting me for getting the stitches. Oh, sorry, I thought it's yours, but I love the color though. For sure your partner will love it too. Very detailed as well. Thank you. Yeah, he will definitely love it. He loves, let's be honest, he loves everything that I make for him. And part of the reason that I want it to be unique is because that's what he likes about my handmaids. He prefers it to be visible. He doesn't want something that looks like he got it at the Gap. He wants something that looks like you can't buy it anywhere. So generally I will add unique rows or unique colors that don't necessarily go together, but it makes him happy, so I'm happy to do it. That's how I work, is if he likes it, I am happy for him to be wearing it. And then it becomes that I like what he looks like in weird clothes because he is happy, and I like to see him happy. So we both win in our own ways. Oops. Dropped a stitch there. Okay. I just want an even shorter cable is what's happening right now. I'm also going to put my stitch markers, my knitting stitch markers in now so that I know what I'm doing. Because I believe I have 8. I just need 8 of them, and I believe I have 8, so it should be fine. Anyway, I am a big fan of how knitted sweaters look and feel. I love the feeling of my knitted sweaters. My white knitted sweater got washed with a pair of new jeans, blue jeans. So I now have to figure out how to remove the stain from blue jeans out of white acrylic. Because bleach is not going to work. It needs to be like, I don't know what else. I literally don't know what to do. I figure it needs some kind of soak, but I don't really know exactly how or what to do. So we're going to just figure that out eventually. Maybe I'll have to just take it apart and knit a new one that fits better. I love the sleeves for that sweater, but I don't love the way the body fits, so I would be down to redo the body. With like more tension, I feel like, or a smaller needle maybe. Can you imagine me pulling out knitting work because I want it to fit better? Who is she? Okay, let's see how many stitch markers do I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, I do have 8. Okay, coming up to my place that I'll need a stitch marker. So if that's my center, these two need to be decreased. So I will yarn, slip the stitch over, knit the stitch, slip the stitch over. Then I'm going to put one of my stitch markers. Then I will knit one, and then I will use another stitch marker. And then I will yarn over, or slip the stitch over, knit one, slip the stitch. There, now next time I won't need this, because now I'll have these 2 spots marked. It will be gorgeous. I'm going to do the same thing at every corner to make it easier for myself. Hopefully. That's late. Prince of Jebels. I read Jezebel even though the word wasn't there, and I was like, Prince of Jezebels? That's a fun thing. Is that like a pimp? Because isn't Jezebel a whore? So would the Prince of Jezebels just be another word for a pimp? I thought you were making a play on words, but then it was Prince of Jebels, so Jebels, 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 Jeebles, Jeebels, Yebels, Hebels, Hebels. I don't know how anything's pronounced, but I do my best. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, yeah? Do you know that I'm almost done your sweater?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. There's some point that I need to start decreasing every round, but I don't know how far away I am from that. We're gonna find out together, I think. By the way, thanks for everybody who clicked the like button today. I appreciate you. If you haven't clicked it yet, please do. It helps the channel. Plus, you're already here. Okay, so if that's my center, then this is a slip stitch, yarn, knit, slip stitch, slip over, whatever. And then we'll do a, nope, that's not a stitch marker. This is a blue one next. And then we'll knit the next one. Then we'll put a stitch marker. Then we will slip the stitch over, knit, slip over. Now we don't need this one anymore. I think we're gonna have to do Wednesday for the Kitchener stitch on the armpit. I haven't put the armpit holes together yet. I will when I finish the decrease part. Okay. Cool. Oh, I didn't ask. What are you crocheting? I do have to do some more crochet stuff. I just haven't been doing it because I'm procrastinating. Jumping back into my crochet tutorials. Did you guys like the bookbinding one, by the way? I worked really hard on it. It's not doing as well as I had hoped. I had hoped that it would be kind of... Viral is not something that's realistic for what I do on YouTube, but something that would be my equivalent of viral, you know? Several hundred views in the first day, something like that. It doesn't need to be a major. Like, I'm not talking about millions of views quickly, but I thought that it would do a little better than it did. So I am a little disappointed, but... only so much you can do, you know? Jesus, Murphy. It's so loud. Whenever my phone starts to die, it like screams at the computer about it. Like, first of all, relax. Okay. Did I do? Yes, I did. Okay. We are getting close to the end. I hope that it will be easier. I wish some of my knitters were here who could like help me out with this part, because I feel like doing the reductions should be good. But I'm doing it every other round. Should I be doing it every round? Because I'm starting to think maybe I should be doing it every round. Because we're just about over the shoulder now. Like, we're at the top of the shoulder. Maybe a couple more rounds and then I'll start doing it every round. Because, like, the neck, from here to here, the reductions need to go way quicker. And we're, like, right here. So I think I'll do it up until I hit about that part of the shoulder. And then I'll do reducing every single round. Because right now I'm losing 8 stitches every other round is the scenario I'm in. So maybe I need to lose 8 stitches every round. I don't know how many rounds I have left, you know? As a knot doctor, a knot knitter, I'm just doing my best. There's my first reduction. Then I'll put another. It's still here. It's a hill here in Saudi. Oh, Jebels, it's a hill here in Saudi. My dog's name is Liam, okay, and he loves the Jebel Hill, okay. Unfortunately, he's in heaven now. By the way, I'm crocheting my other dog's, Connor's, sweater. Connor. Why is his name Connor? That is a very human-sounding name. Connor. But you know what? Is it like John Connor? Because you want him to live forever and be the Terminator of your heart. I'm sorry that your dog is in heaven. I mean, all dogs are in heaven, but I'm sorry that yours is in heaven now. That's a bummer for sure. My dog is also in heaven right now. His name was Thunder. I mean, I have another dog. I have Toby, but Thunder was the first one I ever started doing sweaters for. How old is your dog? And wait, more importantly, what kind of dog is it? Is it just like generic dog, or is it like a small dog, a big dog? Is it a specific breed? Because I'm personally quite attached to the breed Chihuahua. Don't know why. Actually, I do. It's because Thunder was the best dog I ever knew. Liam is also a human name. Liam and Connor. That sounds like you have 2 10-year-old boys. Liam, Connor, lunch is ready. Don't you think? We've had Thunder. Now we have Toby. We have had CJ and Rohan, and now we have Peekaboo as far as cats go. And then we have had 2 lizards that were like pet lizards. And then we have 2 birds. I feel like the birds are just our current lizards. Lizards and birds are the same thing. Didn't you know? It's the truth, turns out. How's Saudi Arabia doing? And by that I mean, how are you doing? Like, how are you, the people of Saudi Arabia, doing? Not like, how's the government of Saudi Arabia? You don't talk about that, I understand. I'm not asking about that. I'm just saying, how's the vibe? How's the weather right now? How's the general people vibe? Is everybody in a good mood? What's going on? I know my husband named him that. Funny, right? Liam and Connor are Irish names, and my husband is Irish. That's why. Your husband is Irish? Howdy Saudi? How did he get to Saudi Arabia from Ireland? What purpose? He must have a job that took him there, right? That would be... I can't imagine just moving there for no reason. Unless he moved there for you because he loves you. Also, then how did you meet? I need more information. I'm gonna need more information so that I can make an accurate thought. He's Irish? So he wanted to name his dogs Irish names. Men are so silly and weird. Okay. And okay. And then you're a slip over. Good. Now you, sir or madam. Oh no, you are. You can come like this. Saudi is cold right now. Well, that's just simply not true. I'm gonna Google it and I'm gonna explain why you're actually wrong. Saudi Arabia, Weda. I guess it'll need to give me a city. Okay, 14 degrees Celsius right now. The low tonight is 10 though. Like, I'm not gonna say that's not a little chilly, but 14 degrees? That's like still window open weather. Let me see where we are today. I mean, I know that you guys don't get the same type of winter. Obviously. It's 0 degrees Celsius right now. That's what we have. He is working in an oil company. We moved here together. True. Very silly. Okay, so he's got a job. Well, that's awesome. I hope that your life there is jazzy. Because from the internet, I see people move to Saudi Arabia and live the jazziest life. Like, so fancy. It feels like all the time, everything fancy. So I hope you have a fancy, jazzy life, or I hope you are saving so much money. Whichever one you want to be doing, that's the one I hope you're doing. That would be so cool. An Irishman in the oil sands. I guess they're not oil sands, they're oil wells or whatever. I'm not a doctor, again, as you can tell. Where are you from originally? If he's from Ireland... Hold on, Irish? Yeah, Irish. I don't know why my brain just blanked. If he's from Ireland moving to Saudi Arabia, where are you from moving to Saudi Arabia? Or are you from like England, Scotland, that sort of thing? Or did you guys find each other? It is cold, it's true, and we're both having cold, actually. Okay, we're both having cold. It's just a little bit of a different type of cold. If it gets that cold, I saw a few of the nights looked kind of chilly. Does it ever get to the point where you see snow? Is rain coming in your cold season? I don't know anything about the weather patterns of Saudi Arabia. That's what I realized. To me, as a a ignorant person, Saudi Arabia equals hot desert, and that is all. So you learn something new every day. Didn't even know it got that cold, let alone colder. Saving at the moment, hopefully. That's good. Okay, calm down. You're fine. I literally have a plug. I'll just plug you in and then you don't have to be dramatic. My computer and my phone are both so dramatic. Okay. There, that's a better circumference. Now that I've got the short cable, that should be much easier to navigate for me. Oh wait, we're not doing a decrease here, are we? Yes, this one we do have a decrease, got it. Right? Or is it this one? Did we just do a decrease? Yes, we just did, so this doesn't need a decrease. Sorry, I got myself distractions. Okay. Sorry, I made a mistake. I don't need a decrease on the first stitch. So I was just wrong. There. No decrease on this round. Another round of purple too, which is exciting. Excited to see how it looks after that. See? So we did 2 purple, 2 red, 2 purple for the one row, and then a round of red, and then a round of purple, and then a round of red, and now a round of purple, and then another round of purple. That's so far how I'm working here. But I think this is going to do a better job of moving the stitches around the cable for me by having it on a short cable. It'll be more easy to work. Hopefully. Actually, Saudi Arabia has always been a misconception. Locals here are nice and friendly. No, I know locals are. I'm not, obviously. The people of Saudi Arabia are just people. Whenever I'm judgy, I'm only judging corporations, governments, business. It's never the people. People are the same no matter where you go. People are friendly. People are human beings. Everybody is just a person. I'm just talking about, like, how's the vibe generally? Like, does everybody's nice to each other, everybody's happy. Not everybody, obviously, because Saudi Arabia still has slaves. Did you know that? I know you don't have to say anything, because I don't know how much you're allowed to... You don't say anything. Just don't say anything, actually. I don't even want you to say anything at all, except that it's a lovely place. But I'll say, did you know they still have slaves there? Like actual slaves? Like indentured servitude workers that will never be free and whose children will never be free? in the year of our Lord 2025. What? But other than that, seems nice. It seems really nice for rich people. You know? I'm not judging you. Your life is your own, and I'm not judging you. So do not do not receive what I'm saying as any judgment on or any character assessment at all. What? Just come back up here if you want to. I feel like in North America, anywhere that is predominantly brown people has been racialized so hard over the last forever, that it takes a lot of growing up to realize actually everybody's just people. Everybody's just people. Nothing but people. Oh, hi, miss. Nice to see you. Happy you're here. Hi. Nice to see you. My shoulder is crazy today. Anywho. Sorry I was so late today, guys. I'm looking at my clock, and I haven't even been here for 3 hours yet, and it's 12:30 because I was half an hour late. Hi. I love you too. I'm knitting right now, though. This is gonna be a pretty sweater. This is gonna be a pretty sweater. This is gonna be a pretty sweater every time. Hi, baby. No way, ma'am. No way. That's not very polite, peekaboo. Hi, baby. Hi. I love you too. Yes, I do. Hi. Hi, baby. Hi. Thanks. Hi. Nice kitty. I'm trying to finish my round before I leave and before my phone dies. Both. Okay, so you know how I thought we were going to finish this today? We're going to have to wait till Wednesday to finish it. But on Wednesday we will finish it, and then we will also start a new project, which is exciting. Oh no, don't worry, I wasn't thinking that. Here, actually, most people are open-minded now. Maybe because of the new ruler, King Prince. A little bit of freedom. Women can drive now, unlike before. Yes, yes, lots of changes. Hopefully more and more changes as the years go on until they catch up to the lifestyle and freedoms that we enjoy here. But it's also a different country, so it could never get to that. That's one of the possibilities, but you know, just gotta hello? What is that for, miss? Did you see her grab right on my hair? She knows how to get my attention. Okay, we're almost done the round. Excuse me. Big yawn. She's so cute. I can't handle it. I love her so much. I love your cat. Is it a male or female? Peekaboo's a girl. She is, how old are you now? She was 3-ish when we got her. I'm going to say she's around 6 or 7 years old now. She's a beautiful, big, fat, gray cat. Aw, I had a black cat that passed away last year. Her name was Raven. Raven's a good name for a black cat. Love that. Peekaboo was a stray cat at the previous house that we lived at. We lived on a farm, and she was a stray cat that wandered around a lot, and in the winter I abducted her from the wild and made her a house cat, and she was scared and mean for 2 years, and then she said, oh, actually, you know what? I do like it here. And now she's like a big fat kitty cat. She's just a big lazy bones baby, and that's what we love for her. We just want that to be her reality forever. She's a great cat. Very good pet. To our family. To everyone else, she is just a scaredy cat. She hides. She hides if anyone else is in our house, but if we're here, she's just lying down on any surface, usually a table. Toby's always in the dog beds everywhere. Peekaboo's always wherever she wants. Thank you. She's so pretty. Thank you. I think she's lovely too. All right, I made it around my round, which is awesome. Now we're going to do another decrease with the purple. And I'm going to do that later. But here is how far we got. We basically did all of the red and then all of this purple up here. But we're getting somewhere. It's going to get even cooler as we get towards the top. Oh my god, my back is like failing me right now. Ooh. You ever stretch and then go deaf and blind for a quick sec? Just the vibe. I'm gonna go now. I think I've finished what I needed to finish for this morning. I think we managed, to make it to the 3 hours. Put all my stitch markers back. And bring you back over here. Yeah, I think that it is, I think we're good to go now. We did 3 hours just like we're supposed to, even though it wasn't 9 to 12. It was 9:30 to 12:30, but, you know, I do what I can to make up for it when I can, okay? So I will see you guys on Wednesday. Have a good rest of your day. Don't work too hard. Stay hydrated, all the things. I will do the same. And I will see you on Wednesday. If you had a good time, please don't forget to click the thumbs up button. If you had a bad time, I'll see you next time. Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. and Tuesdays for tutorials. Okay, I'll see you next time then. Bye.